Hi, I'm Ash. How are you? Really, how are you? Like, talk to your monitor right now like you would talk to Steve from Blue's Clues when you were a kid. Are you feeling stressed? A little bit anxious? Me too. The world is looking weird right now. But we're not going to spiral about that together. We're going to focus on resilience, which is letting ourselves have the ability to adapt when things get rough. So buckle in, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about myself today. A little bit about me. I'm an architect. I've got an awesome family, husband, 2 kids, 2 dogs, and some jerk chickens who you've already met. We live in Boise, Idaho, but we recently bought a piece of land near the Columbia River. When we first started looking for land, all we wanted was some wild space outside of town to explore together as a family. As I started thinking more seriously about the future and what long-term conditions might look like, our radius did expand. And now it's a pretty long drive to get there. But look at it. It gives me room to try all the weird projects that I've always wanted to do, like experimenting with natural building and permaculture instead of just talking about them. We're not going to go super deep into this here, but a lot of the stuff that the world has been experiencing recently could be connected to something called overshoot. Basically, we're starting to realize that infinite growth on a finite planet was optimistic, maybe really naive. If you want a really great explainer on how all these things are connected, Nate Higgins does a fantastic job of it. But again, that is not the focus here. What I do want to focus on here is how we ride those difficult waves through ground-up actions. Because let's be honest, even if 15 years ago you could rely on government assistance after a big disaster, a lot of that safety net is thinner now. More and more, help is going to come from our neighbors and from our communities. Like they say on airplanes, let's put on your own oxygen mask first, and then we can help each other. And I want to be really clear about something. Resilience is not the same as prepping. It's not having a bunker full of beans and guns. I mean, I do have a small stockpile of food that I plan on sharing with my neighbors if anything happens and they need it. But real resilience is quieter than that. It's understanding supply chains so that you know that you have what you need. It's practicing skills before you desperately need them. And it's building a life that doesn't collapse the moment that things get hard. Now, I'm pretty passionate about both residential architecture and resilience, so I decided to teach a class through the community education program here in Boise that would teach people how to make their homes more resilient to things that we're expected to experience in the future, namely much larger fires and also incredible heat events. I did a ton of research. I set up a 3-day workshop, and no one signed up. Yep, it was canceled. I was pretty upset. Luckily, Emily Scherning from the American Resiliency YouTube channel knew what I was working on and offered to let me share some of my ideas on her platform. And it was amazing. YouTube let me reach the people who really wanted to hear this stuff, who had the same questions that I did. And it was amazing to be able to connect that way. So I decided to create my own channel. The focus here is going to be a lot wider. It's everything that I'm trying to do to create stability for myself, my family, and my community. Some things will work, and some things will fail. I'm hoping to interview local folks to do deeper dives into areas where I'm still learning, and there's going to be plenty of side quests. Like right now, I'm trying to get in shape for next building season because I've got an awful lot of wheelbarrows of dirt to haul up and down hillsides. I don't think resilience is about surviving the apocalypse. It's about being able to adapt in uncertain times. If that sounds useful, or at least more realistic, then everything will be fine. Then you're in the right place. So yeah, that's me. And welcome to the ongoing experiment of figuring things out together.